Quarterbacks you win games because of in the NFL right now was the tweet from one Dan Orlovsky. Noted Cowboys troll, Dak Prescott doubter. I think he goes too far towards the negative with Dak a little bit here and there. But I'm going to give you this list, and you tell me, is this a difference-making quarterback, the guy that I've given you? You tell me if you'd want to lock in a contract for life with this player. Would you have a wandering eye? And then should Dak be on this list? Quarterbacks you win games because of in the NFL right now. I mean, obviously, it's a little bit semantical. You need at least a decent quarterback to win games. Most teams that win games win them because they did not have DiNucci at quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm. That helps.
So it actually applied to almost every quarterback in the NFL last year.
Yeah, you don't
won a game.
You don't have a DiNucci, or you don't have or Dan Orlovsky.
There you go. Yes, well played, Chiafalo.
Running out the back of the end zone. Hey.
Okay, so the two criteria once again. Do you guys think this is a quarterback that its team wins because of him? Maybe or more of a bus driver?
Okay.
And would you do contract for life? Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills.
Yes.
Brian's been on this one for a long time.
You've made me doubt a little bit, but
I've made you doubt. You were doubting. You were a doubter.
I was a Josh Allen doubter coming in. Yes, two of my worst sports takes of all time.
Tight end playing quarterback.
Yeah, he was a tight end or a running back. Yeah, masquerading as a quarterback. And Justin Herbert. I did not believe in Josh Allen or Justin Herbert, and it took Allen a little bit of time, but he has certainly proved me wrong. It took Justin Herbert 5 seconds, and he proved me wrong. So, yes, but that doesn't mean that I have to just hammer against him just because that was my thought of him coming in. Now I view Josh Allen completely differently. Holy smokes, credit to the Bills and all the things they've done building around him. But yes, he's 100% a quarterback. He's one of the extraterrestrials that we talk about. Are you bleeping kidding me? All you have to do is turn on that playoff game between the Chiefs and the Bills, Mahomes and Allen. You look at both of those quarterbacks and you say, yes, please.
Yeah, he's been great even without a great O-line. I mean, and I think he balances the big plays with keeping drives alive, and the ability with his legs just really sets him apart. Maybe the best dual-threat quarterback in the NFL right now.
Might regret this, but there might be some regression on this kid.
Okay, why is that?
Brian Daboll and Ken Dorsey now going to the New York Giants.
Okay, all right. That's something to keep an eye on.
Ken Dorsey got elevated to the OC.
Did he get elevated? Okay,
yes.
Then I thought
that's how they were able to keep Dorsey.
Okay, that's the thing, because I was worried about, I thought Dorsey had left.
No,
Dorsey stayed. Dorsey took over for Daboll.
They got your guy Joe Brady now over there as the quarterback
Joe
coach.
didn't do a very good job in Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about then the primary play caller then with Brian Daboll.
Right.
That one didn't keep an eye on there.
For sure.
We'll see if Ken Dorsey, there's a lot of positivity, and that's why I thought he left. I thought he left Buffalo to go to the Giants. But him as a play caller, I'm interested to see then if that's the case. But I think losing Brian Daboll, there might be a little bit of regression there.
His accuracy was so bad in college and then his first year or two in the NFL. What gave you confidence that he would be able to get better at that? Like, how much can guys improve?
I felt like, to me, I like this mental makeup. I like the physical toughness. The fact that he was throwing to cattle ranchers and pharmacists and stuff in Wyoming.
Jobbers, as the scouts would say.
I'm just saying he's throwing to guys that weren't NFL receivers. I know they've had Yarborough has been a receiver back in the day. Kid didn't make it.
But his part, he was airmailing things. It wasn't just his stats.
He's always had a strong arm. He's always had a strong arm. And I thought the Buffalo Bills were the perfect location for him because of the weather. I believe in weather conditions. I believe in quarterbacks thriving in weather conditions. Okay. I saw this kid play in the flying snow in Laramie, Wyoming, myself. So I had faith that this kid was going to – Buffalo is the perfect place for him to play. Again, you could start – he was willing to try and do something different. He was willing to be coached. He knew he wasn't perfect coming out of Wyoming. And they worked with this kid. There's still flaws in his game, but with the way, the physicality, I mean, we were all out here at AT&T Stadium, I think on a Thanksgiving day. He fumbles the ball on a 4th and 1, grabs it off the ground, jumps through, dives over that. I mean, that's the kind of will. That's the kind of will that I want with my quarterback. Dak has that will, but I don't think it's that down the field. I mean, we see with with Allen, I don't see that arm talent.
He doesn't have the same physical gifts.
Cannon.
Yeah. And Allen could throw it through. I mean,
so are you doing a contract for life right now for Josh Allen, or do you have a little bit of a wandering eye?
I'm just saying, no, he's going to get the contract for life.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, keep an eye on maybe some slight regression because of the OC being gone.
Okay, next quarterback on the list. We're talking about guys that their team wins because of them. Joe Burrow, does that apply to him, Wolchuk?
Yes.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow is
the epitome of that, honestly.
He's the answer to the question. I mean, to me, Joe Burrow it took over a dumpster fire organization that had not won a playoff game in 30 years, and I still think is being underrated this offseason.
One full season in, contract for life already?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he was showing signs.
Sold.
He was I mean, I don't know why people aren't more sold. I mean, I did a segment. Eric was out. I had Bobby Belt sitting in, and David Hellman came up, and we did an hour of radio with Hellman, who is a Burrow lover.
LSU guy, yeah.
And I think I did my top 5 quarterbacks. Burrow is 5 for me. I think he's already a top 5 guy, and neither of them were ready to go there yet. I don't need to see any more from Joe Burrow.
Okay, how about you, Chiafalo?
Yeah, I don't need to see much. I loved Joe Burrow coming out, and so he's already just kind of shown, okay, yeah, what we saw at LSU is the real deal, taking that type of franchise and doing it where you're coming off of a catastrophic knee injury without an offensive line. And it's just like, no problem. This dude has the it factor. I've seen enough from Joe Burrow. I'm good to go.
Next quarterback?
Lamar Jackson.
No. The answer is no.
Because we're talking about win because of, and you're talking about winning Super Bowls because of,
the
right?
answer. Here's why the answer is no. They were able to win games with Tyler Huntley. Okay, they're able to win guys with whoever they plug in and play without Lamar Jackson. Lamar is a special player, might be the best weapon at the quarterback position because of all the things that he's able to do. He's a special talent.
They missed the playoffs because he got hurt.
They missed the playoffs because their entire defense got hurt.
Yeah,
I think that's more the reason.
They're a mash unit.
Their secondary was depleted. Their linebacking core,
but they got exposed because no offense, right?
Sure, but they had enough going. I mean, their running backs weren't even ready for the start of the season. I mean, their entire team broke down. I mean, their list on the IR was all pros and Pro Bowlers, including Lamar. Right? I think Lamar's good, but I don't think Lamar is on this list.
As spectacular as he is, if running is your best thing, I don't know if you can win at the highest levels. And they've made the rules so advantageous for passing the bleep out of the ball. If you can't do that at an extremely high level, I don't know, even if you're getting all the yards and all the stats are hitting. And, Lamar Jackson's a pretty good passer, but does he see enough of the field? Is he accurate enough? Is his ball placement there enough for you, Brian? What do you say?
Tell you what, he's still a nightmare for defensive coordinators to have to deal with.
He's going to win you 10, 11 games.
Lamar's
Can he beat good
fantastic.
defenses?
I mean, he could beat good defenses with his legs when things break down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I think they've done him a disservice, though. I mean, we've seen some wide receivers there. Hollywood Brown.
I agree.
I mean, have they got him a top flight guy yet?
No.
They just have one of the best tight ends in the sport, Mark Andrews, and they say that's going to be our number one guy. They're not believing in just giving me a bona fide number one wide receiver.
Because they're not going to play that way.
Do they know the quarterback can't get the ball to them?
Yeah, but if they're going to continue to have Harbaugh and that crew calling plays the way they are, and they're so run heavy,
yeah,
he's a perfect quarterback for run heavy team.
Yeah,
he is,
because he can run.
He's got a unique skill set. I understand what you're saying with the running thing at the quarterback position, but when you are the single best person at any one particular thing in your sport, I want you. And so now the lifetime contract's where it gets a little bit tough because I don't know if there's a sustainability factor there, but a year to year, I can win because of you, yes, until you break down.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams would be happy to have Lamar Jackson, but I think that's where my wondering eye comes in, and to a lesser extent with Burrow and some of these other guys that we'll get to. It's like, I want you. I don't want to trade you. I want to sign you to a new contract. But if something brilliant comes along, like Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson's available in a trade, I would rather have that kind of player.
If their offense changes, it's a terrible signing.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Okay, that's good perspective. Patrick Mahomes contract for life.
Yep.
100%.
Derek Carr, both eyes wondering, and I'm Googling.
No, but I do think Derek Carr is pretty damn good in the fourth quarter, and that is overlooked. He does an excellent job of bringing the Raiders back into games, and then their defense really spoils that for him throughout his career.
Anything on that, guys?
No, he's not a lifetime contract guy.
Okay, let's get through these so we can talk about our guy. Justin Herbert hasn't won yet, but the ball flight, the film, the stats all say this guy could be special, right? Mm-hmm. Do you need to see the verification that they're actually winning games?
Yes, need to see it first.
I think his coaching staff for a couple of years messed him up. That coach they got currently, he goes for, he plays the analytics game and does stupid things, costs some opportunities. The coach before that would bumble 2-minute situations and all that. I wish somebody would just help the kid. I think he's everything you talked about, he's talented enough. But yeah, there's going to come a point in time where it's like, listen, bro, we can't be 500 out here today.
Yeah.
We got to find a way to be 12-5.
And maybe he's just on a loser team.
Well,
organizations win.
Well, they're thinking about the offseason, that they had a really, really good offseason. This is an important year for him, in my opinion.
He's a lifetime contract guy, absolutely.
Well, I mean, just for what we think. I mean, we think about high praise about the guy.
That's not the question. Quarterbacks you win games because of in the NFL right now, or are we asking lifetime contract?
Well, I'm kind of adding that qualifier. Okay. Like, do you believe in him so much?
I mean, I would. I mean, I'd love to have
I'd
Herbert
love to have him,
Mm-hmm.
Love to have him better than Dak.
I mean, it's kind of a gauge of how committed you are, or how much you convicted you are in believing that he's
going
the guy.
To be very good.
Deshaun Watson, I do have a little wandering eye just because I would like a quarterback with a little bit less controversy. I don't think this Watson story is going away anytime soon, but I think for his performance on the field, it's confirmed.
Yes, 100%. Just on the field, you're not you're not buying.
Do we forget that the last time we saw him, the Texans were 4-12? Like, why does Deshaun Watson get a pass for that, and yet everybody craps on Dak Prescott?
Because before that, he had come on to like a bad team and take them on winning streaks.
Good. You guys can have Deshaun.
Okay. How about Russell Wilson?
This is a tough one right now. I'm still going to lean that Seattle was the problem more so than Russell, and so him going to Denver, I think I'm buying on Russell.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to buy on Russell.
Yeah, it's going to be a good year for Russ,
isn't it?
We're
getting near the end of the rope.
Yeah, very possible.
Yeah. I'm interested. I'm interested to see. I know Denver made a big trade. This is a team that's jacked up quarterbacks for the last several years under the John Elway administration.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's see if, in fact, that they can get some more magic out of that body.
A big part of his success has been running around behind the line of scrimmage for 3 to 8 seconds and then finding a big thing downfield.
They got receivers and stuff there, too.
He is so terrific with his movement. He's like Chris Paul, so quick and elusive and all that. How's that hold up into his mid-30s? Aaron Rodgers confirmed. Tom Brady confirmed. Matt Stafford, wandering eye. I think so many quarterbacks could have won with that roster, and that's what's frustrating with how the Cowboys build, because I think Dak and Matt are pretty good comps.
Yeah, and I think Matthew Stafford's definitely better than Jared Goff, but they wanted to get rid of Jared Goff. That's a guy that he was their quarterback when they went to a Super Bowl. Clearly, the Sean McVay offense, and especially when you inundate that roster with all the talent that they have, I mean, yes, I have respect for Matthew Stafford, but I don't know that you're winning because of him.
Man, that's a dropped interception away from that team getting bounced.
It's true. That's true.
They had it. I mean, he threw it up for grabs.
But he also did. I mean, look, when in crunch time in the fourth quarter throughout his career, that's also a guy that's been pretty darn good. But yeah, I don't think that he fits this category.
Yeah. I have him like Lamar Jackson. I'm like, okay, this is good. Let's see what we can do. Oh, somebody else is available?
Right.
Tom Brady, Peyton Manning? Okay, obviously Dak's not on this list. Orlovsky's a Dak hater. Would you put him on your list?
No, I'm not putting Dak on the win because of list. And clearly we can see there's not that many guys. There's not that many guys that you're really putting on that list. It is not even necessarily a huge indictment on Dak. It just tells you that he's not one of the 5 or 6 guys in the league that are holy smokes. When I watch your games, I'm seeing a different level of football here. And it doesn't mean he's not a really good quarterback. Matthew Stafford, a really good quarterback. Derek Carr, a really good quarterback. I'm not winning because of you.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I just don't think. we've seen consistently, and it's crazy because you look at Dak's record, and it's going to trump a lot of the names on this list, and it's fantastic, 53-32. But Dak's a winner. But if we were to go through how many of these games were won because of Dak, it'd be interesting to see. And again, you look back at the first half of last year, MVP player. Second half, not just him. You look at the entire body of work from the team, it fell apart. But that's when you really need your quarterback to be at his best to mask some of those flaws. That's where we need to see 4 rise to the occasion before we put him on this list.
I wish I'd see Dak play for the Baltimore Ravens. Team runs the ball. He throws the ball better than Lamar Jackson.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
But they run the ball with Lamar.
Well, but I'm saying, though, at least their offensive line, they physically get after you. I mean, I'd like to see Dak play in an offense where, they're like, Gavin's been screaming about this since week 8 last year, week 10. You got to run the ball better. You got to help the quarterback. Yeah. Put it all on the quarterback. And like I say, Lamar Jackson, he's perfect for how the Ravens play. But you put Dak in the Ravens offense, I think he'd be all right there too, myself.